Hello and welcome to the brief for the Guzzler Ultra 2024. It's coming up in just about 2 weeks time, and we're very excited. So we just wanted to run through some key details for you guys beforehand. But please make sure that you have a read of the runner's guide, which has the full details and is really the source of all knowledge for you. So before we kick off with some of those briefing details, I just wanted to say a big thank you to our sponsors. We've got, of course, the Trailco as our presenting sponsor, best shop in the world. Pop along if you need any gear or nutrition, and also, of course, to collect your event shirt or your bib a little bit later in the piece. We've also got on board Brooks, we've got Physio Creme, Fixed Nutrition and Cliff are our nutrition sponsors. Urban Utilities is supplying the water at our checkpoints again this year. We've got T8, we've got Squirrel's Nut Butter, so thank you to those guys, and we've got the Brisbane Economic Development Agency on board as well this year, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive year. It's our biggest field yet, as always it seems to do every year, but we've got the biggest 100k field, and every other event is really looking massive as well. So,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, on that note, there's a lot of you and there's only a few of us, so please check out the participant guide. It's the place where all of the knowledge is. And that's where to go for all those questions that you need to know.
Yeah. Please note, bibs are on their way. So if you have opted for them to be shipped, they'll come to your house. If you haven't opted for them to be shipped, then they will need to be collected before event day. So have a read of the participant guide about how to do that, or how to have your friend do that for you.
Yeah. For the start of the race, the start finish, getting there, that's the first question. That's in the guide, but please look there for where the parking is. It's off-site, and there's a bus that shuttles around from the first morning all the way through the night to the second morning and into the midday as well. Please do use that bus. Please don't park right next to where the event precinct is. There's some parking there that people use, but it is illegal, and the council do come out and give you a ticket as well. So please don't park there. Use the service that we've given you, and you'll be sweet. Yeah.
If you'd like to leave a drop bag at the finish, all distances are welcome to do that. So bring it along to the start line. There'll be a place next to the food tent. If you're in the 21k, you might want to leave it in your car rather than coming up to the event precinct and back. But certainly the other distances, that's nice and simple.
Yeah, when you get there, if you're in the 100k, you're going to collect a GPS tracker, and if you're a mail-out bibber, you'll collect a little crew pass too. We're going to fix the GPS tracker to your vest, and then you'll also get a picture as well that will go on that tracker link. Please wear that nice and high and visible all day. If you let it slip down into the bottom of your bag, we're going to lose you. The tracker isn't going to be tell us where you are, and we really do want to know where you are all day. So keep that tracker nice and high if you change or do something different.
Yeah, definitely. As we speak of gear, mandatory gear is unsurprisingly mandatory, and unsurprisingly there's always somebody that ignores that. So please don't be that person. You will get a penalty if it's found out. Depending how much you're missing and how critical it is, you may also be asked not to continue until you sort that out. And it is for your protection. We're not just trying to be tricky. We know runners who have used all of it at various points. So yeah, it is an even playing field. Everyone's carrying the same stuff. So please make sure you do.
Yeah, it's a cup-free event as well, so do bring like a soft cup if you want to have some Coke that's not in your water bottles. Just, it squishes down, they squish into your thing, you can get them at a Trailco. The best thing just to have like a sip of Coke as you're heading out the point.
And the other key bit of gear that sometimes people don't think about is your phone. So please make sure it's charged, that maybe you've turned off things like internet and stuff like that you probably don't need while you're out there running, but can drain the battery. I know live streaming can be really cool, but unless you've got a battery pack, please try to preserve that battery in case we need to contact you, and just have the volume up for that reason as well.
Yeah, for those 100Ks, if we see that you did go the wrong way, we'll give you a call to make sure you're all right, or we've seen you've stopped for a long time. We have had that we haven't been able to contact you because you've been on Instagram live all day, so do that. On your phone as well, if you have Maps.me loaded, it's an app that works without any of the data that you might want to use. So have that loaded, have the map that's according to your race that you're on, and then you'll be able to send us your location and tell us where you're at if you are in any trouble. So that's really important. That's part of your mandatory gear.
Cool. If you're in the 100-kilometer event and you have some extra gear that you want to leave out on course, you can use drop bags. So drop bags can be collected at checkpoints 2, 3, 4 and 5. But please note checkpoint 2 and 5 are the same locations. So one drop bag for McAfee's Lookout. You can separate your gear within that bag, but please only take one.
Yeah, it's in the guide, but there'll be a big sign that says checkpoint, and then what checkpoint it is. You put the bag with your name and your race number on it in front of that sign.
This is at the start line?
At the start line, and then that will take that to the right points for you. So
again, three drop bags will be accessed at 4 locations. So have a read in the guide if you need a refresher on that. A slight change to crew this year. Yeah. So previously they could go to checkpoints 3, 4 and 5 to support their 100k runners. Absolutely no crew are allowed at checkpoint 3 or spectators. So this year it will be checkpoint 2, 4 and 5.
Yeah, so to confirm, you're not allowed to go to Gold Creek Reservoir to crew or spectate. It's part of our permit, and we really want to be able to come back next year. So please, no one should go to Gold Creek Reservoir, even if you think no one will notice you're going there. Please don't go there. So
yeah, if we don't want to, but if we have to penalise a runner because their crew or spectator felt like they were going to be the exception, we will have to do it, just for the sake of being able to return in future years.
Yeah, new for this year, the crew for the 100kers can go up to McAfee's for the first time you go around there as well by getting a bus up there from the park and ride. That is all in the spectator's guide as well. You'll need a little pass if you're a 100k crew to get you on that bus to take you up to see your 100k runner. And
you will either get that pass when you collect your bib in person, or if your bib's been shipped, you can collect it when you get your GPS tracker.
Yeah.
Cool. So talking about the course, it's looking good out there?
Yeah, it's looking sweet. Yeah, to get you around the course, I guess that's quite important. You want to go the right way. So if you're in the 50k or 100k, you're going to follow this guy and the arrow. So you just follow those around, and when you get to a decision point that's 100k or 50k, the 50k's go right, the 100k's go left, and there's this massive sign, let's say it's 3 meters wide. You can't miss, it's right at the end of a trail. That's your decision point. That's where you make the decision, a good or bad one, to go the right or wrong way. So follow that sign and you'll be sweet. The 21k's, if you're going to follow these blue arrows, so follow those around. You might see some of the red signs, but just follow the blue signs, that's your direction. The 10k's, you're going to follow these arrows. Again, you might see some blue and red ones, but follow this. And then don't follow the crosses. They're just indicating this is not the way to go, and to remind you to look out for some arrows in a different location. So just don't follow the crosses. They're not at every junction, but they are there in significant stuff, just to remind you that you should be looking for arrows. This stuff's going to be dangling around the course. This just means you're on one of our courses. It's reflective, so really reflective at night. So 100k's will be able to see it from a really long way away when it gets dark. This just means that you're on a course. If you've been following the right arrows to the right distance, you're going to be on the right course. And it just gives you that confidence when you're going along to think, oh, am I on the right course? Am I on the Guzzler course? And you are, if you see that stuff. If you don't see that for a long time, get out your app, see if you've gone wrong.
Cool. We've got loads of volunteers out there. We're super fortunate with a heap of returning volleys and some new ones as well. And just cannot say thank you enough, because we couldn't do this without all of you guys. Yeah, we do need some volunteers still. So if you're feeling up for perhaps a night shift, they're particularly the ones where we need a little bit of help, and can be the most rewarding as well when you're seeing those 100k runners who are battling through the night.
Love the 100k's in the night. I'm so appreciative to see you as well, as much as we are. So please just, if you've got time, jump on our website. It lays out all the slots that we still need people for, and we'd really love to see you. So.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And then of course our checkpoints are all led by local clubs, so we need to say thank you to them. Mostly returning clubs, really experienced and fantastic people to have out there on course. So we've got Brisbane Trail Runners in training, we've got the Trailblazers and the Trailians. We've also got Mountain Goat Trail Runners and Silver Fox Initiative. Track, River City Runners, and then driving around of course are the cool kids from the Brisbane 4-Wheel Drive Club. And on the radios, we've got the Wyson Radio Club as well. Yeah,
they're all volunteers. They're all giving up their time. Please just give them some high fives and thanks as you go around. They do an amazing job, and they're there for a very long time out there as well. So
they are, yeah. Other support on course, of course, our medics.
Yeah,
they're highly trained, know what they're doing. please listen to them.
Yeah, they're in their four-wheel drive sometimes at every checkpoint as well. If you feel a bit sick, go and say hello to them, tell them what you're feeling. They'll hopefully just be able to fix you up, get you out and get you around the course as well. That's our goal, and that's their goal too. But at some point they might tell you that medically you should not go out again, and you need you to respect that you can't go out. So we can get you back to the checkpoint, back to your car, and then back to your home nice and safe, so we can see you racing another day as well. So please respect some medical advice if it's given to you.
So there is a phone number on the back of the bib if you need their help while you're out on course and not at a checkpoint as well. So if you or a runner that you come past needs it, that's the way to get in contact with them.
Yeah, cool. We've told you before, but the spectators have their own guide, so please tell your spectators to check that out. That tells them where and what they can do. Yeah. One thing of note for the spectators is please don't bring dogs. We're going around reservoirs that really don't allow it. We're in national parks and things like that. So please, if you could leave your furry friends at home, they are awesome, but we can't have them out in the event.
Correct, yeah. Again, we'll just need to reiterate, no crew or spectators to Gold Creek at all this year, and only 100 kilometres cruise up to checkpoint 2 for McAfee's via the bus.
Yeah, if you could make sure that they read that guide, but it does point out as well, please, that they're self-sustaining. They've got their own headlights and food, some warm jackets, a seat if they're going to be there sitting for a long time. Yeah. They need to look after themselves. We don't have enough stuff out there for crew as well as runners.
Yeah. And that we want them to have fun as well. So if you can help them be comfortable and safe, hopefully they'll help you get around in a much happier way. Yeah. We do have neighbours out on course even when you maybe don't realise it. Some of the houses can be a little bit hidden but are actually quite close to the course. So especially after dark, please just assume that there's neighbours and act accordingly. That means parking respectfully, keeping noise to a minimum as we get after dark, driving respectfully, all the usual things we do, friendly community.
Yeah, awesome. Then you get to the finish line for a whopping great medal and great vibes. So,
so yeah, that's the place we're all trying to get to. Hopefully most of you will do it by crossing the line, but even if your day doesn't go to plan, please come and join us again. It might lift your spirits after perhaps things not going your way. So we're going to have music, of course. We'll have Felon's Brewery there. We've got food trucks, physio creme. If you're a runner, you can go have a post-race massage. Expo tents from our sponsors as well.
Yes, that's all on the Saturday, and then in the morning of the Sunday we've got some crepes and coffee.
Yeah.
And then we've got presentations with random prize draw.
So our prize presentations will start from 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, but we'll also have our 21 and 10 kilometre finishes, and of course the last of our 100 kilometre finishes. Yes. So come join us Sunday morning.
Yeah, have a coffee and see the 100Kers finish across the line. They've been out there almost 28 hours by that time. It's a perfect time to cheer some really tired people, and I know they appreciate that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's pretty much it from us. We've got a busy 2 weeks ahead, so hopefully you guys have the opposite. Take some time, take some rest, keep safe, and we'll see you at the start line.
So, see you there.